Hello, I'm Alex Douglas. Welcome to this Monex Markets update. Before we look at some charts today, I thought I'd share with you this quote from the legendary investor Jeremy Grantham. I was walking around today listening to a podcast from TheInvestorsPodcast. Definitely worth having a listen to that. Look it up. And about 4.5 minutes into the podcast, Jeremy Grantham makes this comment. He says, "There's nothing as quick and spectacular as a bear market rally." Well, there's no doubt that we've been in a bear market recently, but there's also no doubt that in recent days we've been seeing some pretty strong gains. So I thought we'd have a look at some stocks that have already displayed those strong and spectacular gains during this bear market rally, and then look at some other stocks that perhaps are gearing up to make their move in the days ahead. Now, before we do that, or actually as one of the stocks we're going to look at, I thought we'd start by having a look at this Australian stock. Co Ltd. Now, this is one of the buy now, pay later stocks, and it's actually been quite an interesting week for this stock because Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, this stock was the best performer in the ASX 200. On Tuesday, it was up 19.88%, Wednesday up 20.98%, Thursday up 22.58%, and then to end the week, it all came unstuck. And rather than being one of the biggest gainers on the day, Zip was actually the biggest loser on the day, down 25.33%. And as you can see on the chart here, posting what technical analysts call a bearish engulfing candle, which is really not a good sign, really not what you want to see at all. Okay, now let's move on to some of the American markets. Please, if you're enjoying this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you could just leave a very brief comment, it really helps to get the algorithms to send this video out to other people. Alrighty, the S&P 500. As you can see, it's made some pretty good progress in the last week or two. It's broken above a little bit of a downtrend line here. It's got above the 50-day moving average. During the week, dropped back to test that and bounced off it quite strongly. Wednesday and Thursday, both strong days. So it's structurally set up and looking as though it could make some more gains in the near term. Now, one thing I'll point out about all of these charts I'm going to show you, the 50-day moving average is sitting below the 100-day moving average in all of these charts. Ideally, you'd want to see the faster moving average above the slower moving average if we were going to get sustainable upward trends emerging. So we'll just have to keep an eye on how that develops. But remember, as Jeremy Grantham said, a bear market rally can be very quick and very spectacular. So you've got to decide for yourself whether you want to wait for that confirmation or get on board early and participate in some of these gains. Now, you may remember last week we did a video on Tesla, or the week before maybe. We were looking at this consolidation pattern here, this triangle, and we were talking about how there'd be a vacuum of buyers down below, a vacuum of sellers up above, so that when it broke out, it could actually be quite a violent and spectacular move. Sure enough, when it did break, it was up nearly 10%. Now, since then, it's fallen back from the 100-day moving average towards the pattern area, the consolidation zone. It's lifted away from there again. This is classic technical analysis. You may well find that in a textbook one day. Now it's broken higher. It's above the 100-day moving average. In the short term, everything about this is looking quite constructive for further gains. Microsoft, similar. It has, in the last couple of days, had a couple of very strong days. It's broken above this little consolidation area. Again, on good volume. It looks like it's set for some more gains too. NVIDIA just sort of starting to emerge, and it's been consolidating just after getting above the 50-day moving average. So that's another one that looks like maybe it's starting to gear up for a bit of a move higher. Amazon in a very similar situation. It's been consolidating in the last week or so after breaking above that sort of consolidation area that was a bit lower. It wouldn't be too surprising to see Amazon try and push higher next week. Uber is in a similar situation. It's perhaps not looking quite so strong yet. And then, of course, we've got Google. Google hasn't really participated in the way these other big stocks have. So it was quite firm on Wednesday and Thursday. It wouldn't be at all surprising to see Google participate in some of these gains. And who knows, maybe it'll be these quick and spectacular gains that Jeremy Grantham was talking about. Let's see what happens. We'll have to keep following it. I hope you've enjoyed that. Please come back next time, and hopefully we can add some more value for you. Thank you very much. Goodbye.